Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sandra and I am doing my first ever stationery haul. I'm very excited to share the products, like these new products that I just purchased, and some of them I just ordered online and some of them have been from the past couple of months, but they have not been used. They're brand new and I wanted to keep them. Most of them are in their packages just for the purposes of this video, and I wanted to show you what kind of things interest me. Some of them are just kind of like a stock up item where I've already had it before in the past and I need more and I ran out, so I bought some more. But first of all, let's just say this disclaimer. I am a stationery addict. I have a huge problem, and I know there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way, but my stationery collection is probably, if we're including pens and journals and stickers, I've got thousands. I can't even say hundreds. I've literally got thousands. Just in pens alone, I've probably got, I'd say easily 500, 700 pens and markers between the two. I'm nuts. And before, I didn't really have a very good way of storing them. Now, however, I found a solution. I was watching a video by Amanda Rachel Lee and how she stored her pens. And I found from her video, there are these cubes that lay the pens horizontally. So that's the best way to store your pens. If you store them vertically, like this, I'll show you. Like this, the ink dries up faster and they won't work the way you want them to. But if they're like this, laying down, then the ink will last longer and it won't dry out as fast. So, I mean, I do have videos I still want to make for you guys about my pen collection. Because I have so many, I don't know if it's humanly possible to swatch them all. It would probably be a really long video, even if I sped it up. So I could do a little bit of it and just give you some sample colors. Or what I could do is pick a couple of colors from, or one color from each different pen like type, and then do swatches. That would be kind of cool, and that would be a lot more doable. So I think that could be something that I do down the road. And a lot of the markers and the pens that I've got now are fairly recent, in the last year or two, and mostly because I found the new world of bullet journaling thanks to Ryder Carroll, thanks to Amanda Rachel Lee, and I am loving it. I have always been one of those really overzealous people with planning and agendas, and I would have an agenda, a new agenda, sometimes actually two or three, every single year. And it all started from school. I mean, your school would give you a free agenda, and then when you go to, say for instance, Chapters or Michael's, they have an excellent array of journals and planners and agendas. So that was my thing. But the one thing I like about bullet journaling, in like specifically, is that you can make your agenda or planner or journal or whatever it is that you want to make any way you like it. It can be customized to your needs. You can have it very plain. You can have just a pen, and that's the two things that you need is a book, a notebook, and a pen. And you can be as simple as that, and it can be simple. It does not have to be colorful. You don't have to add tons of drawings or doodles or anything like that, or even stickers. It all depends on your needs and your likes and just the kind of person you are, but it does help with planning and organizing your life, and also increasing your productivity throughout the day. And I actually had one of those days yesterday and the day before. I was probably the most productive I've been in the last like 5 years or so. And I mean, I'm proud of myself, but it all kind of comes down to writing down things to do, and, you know, writing down things that so you don't forget about them. That's probably one of my biggest things. So anyway, let's get into this video because I could go on and on about stationery, and I don't know if you want to hear about me blabbing about stationery all day. Right now, for the stationery haul that this video is supposed to be about in the first place, we're going to start with journals. So I'm obsessed with journals as well. My biggest, I think my most favorite journals are by Pauper Press. So they're not the seller, they are the creator of the brand back in 1928, I believe. And they are, I guess it's a gift brand, and they have really amazing journals. I don't know about any of their other items, but I always shop for them on Amazon, and I have been seeing a lot more in Chapters or Indigo lately. So that's something for you guys to check out if you're interested in journals like I am. But these next journals, I purchased them from Indigo and Chapters. There were 3 separate occasions, but I'm just going to show all of them in one grouping. So these next 2 I'll show you. They're from Indigo paper. Actually, my receipts are still in them here. And I've been obsessed with this like golden pink theme lately. So it's just this oversized lined journal. So these are just lined. So literally I'll go through one of these babies in a month. Like, I love writing, and I think it would be really cool for, you know, my kids to look back when I'm no longer in this world and to see like the story of my life. Even there might be embarrassing things in it, but whatever, you know, it is. It is what it is. I'm not here anymore, so why would I care? But anyway, so yes, this is a travel. It says "Let's get lost," and I just really like the design. It's very standard on the inside, but it's oversized and has a lot of room and a lot of pages for writing. The pages aren't numbered, but it's a really like large journal. And then the next one is this one, and it says "Everything starts with a dream," and it's got this rose gold leaf theme at the bottom, and it's a watercolored pink theme, which is really pretty. And I always do look out for sale items, so for $12.50 this isn't a bad deal at all. Okay, the next one is Indigo paper as well, but it's a little bit different. I like looking for the different types of journals, so I don't really like the small ones. I will show you a small one. I received it today, and I didn't realize it was so small, but I'll still use it. It's really cute, but I like looking for the different sizes of journals and different covers, and this is a hard cover, like really hard. Again, just your standard lined journal, but I thought the front was really cute. It's going to be a summer journal. Always wear a crown is what it says. And then 2 more that I purchased from Indigo. There's this one here. It's kind of like a leather-like cover, but it has a pen holder that keeps the cover together. And again, a regular lined notebook, but it has this gold edging, which is so pretty. That's one of my favorite things in a journal because it makes it look a little bit fancier. It just says notebook, but again, if you watched my makeup video of my favorite colors on my eyes, you'll know why I picked this book. Moving on. So this one I am in love with. I am in love, love, love. So it actually is a dot matrix notebook. And again, if you've seen bullet journaling videos, you'll notice that this is one of the standard types of journals people use for bullet journaling. And it's not a standard size. It's a little bit bigger than, I think it's the 5.5 by 8.5 or 5 by 7. I don't know the exact measurements, but they're the A5 standard notebooks for bullet journaling. And this is a bit bigger. I think it's a bit taller and a bit wider. And I was actually thinking of trying it out. It's still by Indigo paper. Oh no, Paperblanks. It's the Paperblanks dot grid planner. And they've got one more. It's a different design, but I'm waiting for that one too. So I'm very excited. I'm not sure if I want to use this for my next bullet journal. I've gone through 2 bullet journals already. I'm actually on my second one, and technically And I mean, again, you can do anything you want, and a bullet journal may last you shorter length of time or a longer length of time depending on what you use it for and what you do with it. But my bullet journal has only lasted 4 months so far, but I include a lot of different spreads, so I go through them quite quickly, and I'm excited to try this because it looks really cool. And I hope they come out with different styles and different design covers. So the next journals, this is kind of an enigma. I got this at EB Games. So it's a gaming store, and I got a journal from a gaming store. I just can't get over it, but it is Harry Potter. It says Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and I think that's so cool. I'm not hugely into Harry Potter, but again, I'm always on the lookout for something a little bit different, and this is different, and I like the color scheme. It's not something that I have, so this was only $12.99, so it wasn't too bad. All right, and then the last 3 journals that I'd like to show you actually were from Amazon, and 2 separate order dates. This one is called the Tiffany Window Journal, and isn't that beautiful? It's got the gold edging, which again I love, and Peter Pauper Press journals, they have this cream colored lined paper, so again standard lined paper, and this journal is bigger than a standard A5 journal, but the pages are so thick in some of the journals. If you read the reviews, or if you just look at the statistics of the journal, you'll see what I mean. But this journal, I've got a lot of, it's basically the exact same journal, but with a different cover. And some have gold and some have silver edging, but the gold ones are really pretty. And I've wanted this for a really long time, and I finally ordered it, and I'm just in love. Okay, then here is the second last one, of course. I mean, if you can see my background, I have a thing with unicorns. I always have, since I was a little girl. You think I'd grow out of that by now, but unicorns are magical. I mean, like, they poop rainbows, right? Come on. So that's why I got this journal. It's so cute. I don't love the journals that have this elastic band on them, but I had to get it for the cover. Again, they're basic, pretty basic. Pages are as thick as the previous journal I showed you, but there is no edging, like no colored edging on this journal. And it is a standard A5 size. So this one would fit perfect in a backpack or a purse even. So that's a good size. And then the tiny journal I was talking about, I got it today, and it's this little dragonfly journal. And it's so cute. And the thing that I like about it the most is if you open it up, it doesn't have any edging on it either, but it has little designs in the corner. I'm not sure if you can see that. There you go. So it's this teal color, and I thought it would be perfect for spring or summer. And again, I'm not pleased with the size because I didn't read the actual size of it. I just assumed it was the same size as, like, let's say the unicorn journal, for instance. Here you can kind of tell the size difference. So, but it will be used. I have a crazy journal obsession. I don't think it'll ever end. Okay, moving on. So now I have some pens that we'll quickly go through. They're not colorful, they're not crazy. I'm sorry guys for those of you who love to see color, but here's a new purchase. I have seen some people on YouTube and Instagram use these. They're called the Uni-pin Fine Line Water and Fade Proof Pigment Ink. And I'm preferably a Sakura Pigma Micron fan for fine liners. I'm interested to try them and see how they compare to either the Pigma Micron or even the Faber-Castell fine liners. So when I produce more videos for you guys and we go through the different pen types, that would be something interesting to look at. So the next thing, these 2 items were actually just replacements because I've gone through a lot of these fine liners. I use them so much that they do dry up and the tips for fine liners, if you press hard, the tips get pushed back in, so you have to be really careful. So this pack here, they are the 0.5 micron Pigma microns, and these are just black ink, and it does say archival ink, so basically it means it won't fade over time. And these are just an overall great pen, but my favorite size I'd have to say is the 0.8, but these are 0.45, so about 5. But I like having the middle size as well, because sometimes I go to 0.3. Depends what I'm drawing, depends on the doodle. And I know a lot of people like to, like when you're actually writing out your notes in your bullet journal, a lot of people like to use a normal black gel pen, but I actually prefer these because just the way they write, and I find a lot of gel pens just skip on me, and I don't love that, so I've kind of stuck with the fine liner. The other fine liner, same brand, so the Pigma Micron again, but these are the PN, which means plastic nib. They're a little bit more durable than the felt nib, and these again are the same size at the 0.45 millimeter. And again, just black, and this is only a pack of 3. Okay, another item that I was stocking up on, and the only reason I got such a big box of these pens is because it was a lot cheaper than ordering only 5 pens. So this is a very famous pen for a white gel pen, and it works amazing. It's very opaque, a very opaque white, so if you write on black, it covers and it doesn't skip. It's the Uni-ball Signo UM153 broad point gel pen. They are amazing, and I will never use a different white gel pen again, especially for writing on black surfaces, or if you color in an area with black and then you want to write on top of it. These are amazing, and I would highly recommend. The final last 2 pens I have to show you guys. So this one's also kind of a replacement, but so I have all of the colors of the Tombow dual brush pens. So this is what it looks like, and they're very famous on Instagram and YouTube, and especially for faux calligraphy or calligraphy. I know when you say the word calligraphy, people think of the little metal point, the little metal nib sizes, and dipping it into ink like old style writing used to be. But now brush pens are the thing. Depending on the brush pens are a lot easier to do calligraphy or faux calligraphy with. And my calligraphy, I have purchased a book, and I have been practicing a lot, and I do calligraphy in my bullet journal, or faux calligraphy too, but I really try to stick with the actual lines, so it's not drawing it and coloring it in after the fact. But from when I first started last summer, I have improved quite a bit, but I'm still kind of getting my drawing style and my calligraphy style down pat. So I'm not an expert by any means, but for next month when we do our April plan with me, I will show you what I have done so far. And I really like it. I think that calligraphy, it really gives a style to your work, whether it be a piece of artwork or your planner or even your journal. So they're really cool. And so I do have 192 color set. And since then, Tombow has come out with 2 different new color packs, and I've purchased them as well. So I do have every single color. And I mean, I've always been a rainbow fan. I mean, rainbows and unicorns, there you go. But especially for bullet journaling, the pastel colors are really what come in handy for whether it be backgrounds or just coloring in, and then you write with your black pens on top. And it just really, it gives your journal a little something extra. So, but I'll show you when we do our April spread. It's going to be fun, you guys. So these, I bought this pack, and they're the black, and the shade is N15. So it's not, I don't think it's lamp black. I think it's just like the black. And this is the brush end. So it's quite big, so your letters are quite big. And this is the other end, so it's just a bullet tip. And this side works perfect for doing small lettering, and this is good for doing large calligraphy letters. And also, I kind of use them, and I know maybe this is a waste, but I did get this pack and it was fairly cheap. It was a pack of 6 on Amazon. And I don't actually have a really good pen or a marker to color in like a large area of black, so I bought these additional ones because I do have 2 or 3 other black markers, but I use them for just lettering. So these ones, I'm going to use them for lettering, but also to color in large areas, and I think that would be perfect. But if you guys have tried these, let me know, because they're awesome, they're amazing, they last a long time, they're water-based ink, so you can blend it. I recommend not to use these on a consistent basis on paper that is not specifically made for markers, because your markers will fray and get worn out a lot faster than if you were to do that. So that's just a recommendation, but I mean, I don't. I use my Tombows for my bullet journal, and it's not marker paper specifically, but I do have marker paper for any art projects or even just testing out colors. Like, here's a quick look of what I do. I test out colors, and I or practice calligraphy on this, and I'll show you what this is. This isn't anything new that I've had this for a while, but it's just a bleed proof marker pad, and it's the paper specifically made for markers, so your markers last longer. Okay, the last item I have to show you, I did purchase 4 of these, but they are graphic marker, so it's a 1.0 black bullet tip, and I bought them because I don't have them in my collection. But I will use them, I promise. Oh, I know my sister's probably shaking her head right now. But I can foresee these being used to color in like a large area of black in the past, and before I've actually bought the Tombow dual tip, like the extra black markers. I would actually use my Tombow Fudenosuke hard brush tip pen, and those pens are a little bit more pricey, and you don't want to be using them to color in a large area of black because you're going to fray the tip. And I'll show you one of those right now. I have used them in my videos already, so you can't even read it because it is hard tip. They make them in colors as well for all the hard tips, but I also have a couple of the soft tip pens, and I prefer the hard tip because it gives you a little bit more control and your letters can be a little bit smaller. And generally, like, the more floppy the brush tip is, or the larger it is, the larger your letters are going to be, and you seem to have more control on the upstrokes, and you get thinner upstrokes with a little bit of a harder pen and a smaller brush tip. So that's all I have to show you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscription button to be subscribed to my channel, and also you can hit the bell button down below to get notified every time I post a new video. So that's it for today, and I hope you enjoyed my little stationery haul that kind of went on and on and on about stationery and markers and rainbows and unicorns. Anyway, okay, well, take care, you guys. We'll see you next time.